honourable member for Lesser-Slave Lake, followed by the honourable member for Calgary-McCall.
My constituency is blessed to have almost every economic advantage, from oil and gas, agriculture, forestry, tourism, mining, to sport and commercial fishing. Due to the world's economic situation, some of these industries are experiencing hard times. Sometimes our own government policies or regulations can also create problems for these industries. One of these is commercial fishing, more specifically with regard to fishing quotas in Zone E. When a commercial fishery is open for whitefish, the incidental harvest for sport fish can result in the fishery being closed before the whitefish quota is reached. It happens more often than not. My question is to the Minister of Sustainable Resource Development. What can your ministry do to make Zone E commercial fishing quotas more fair?
The honourable member, Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I thank the member for Lesser-Slave Lake for advocating on behalf of her commercial fishermen. We've met with those fishermen recently and reviewed the issues there. We understand the problem occurs, as she's explained. There's a quota set for both the target fish, usually whitefish, and the non-target fish, and when too many of the non-target fish are caught, then the zone gets closed, the area was closed. We meet with the commercial fishermen every year, and to discuss options and to discuss ways to try and maximize their harvest while at the same time protecting the sustainability of the non-target fish, and we'll continue to meet with them.
The honourable member.
The livelihoods of these commercial fishermen are at stake because of a quota policy that appears to be applied differently. To the same minister, is the sport fishery being managed in favor of the commercial fishery?
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The short answer is no. We have to manage our fisheries for all species to ensure sustainability. It is true that the quota for Zone E has been changed recently, but as I said earlier, these quotas are reviewed every year based on data from the previous years. But again, I can assure the member for Lesser-Slave that I'll ask our biologists to meet with the commercial fishermen to review the situation and see what we can do for next year. But I have to emphasize, and the bottom line is the conservation of all fish stocks.
On a roll.
I'd love to be at that meeting, Mr. Speaker, so I'd ask to the same minister. The commercial fishermen of Zone E have also been concerned about ad hoc restrictions made which impact their industry, as I indicated. To the same minister, how do officials decide whether to close a commercial fishery earlier, and what do they use to do that?
The honourable minister.
Mr. Speaker, the quota for non-target species in all zones is set before the season begins between 0 and 25%, and then there's a monitoring of the catch during the season. As fishermen approach the quota on non-target species, our biologists meet with the commercial fishermen and discuss alternative ways to reduce the non-target catch so they can continue to catch the whitefish. The fact remains, however, that once the quota of non-target fish, the sport fish, is met, the season has to be closed.